to the E to the L to the U to the X to the E to the top. Smacking.
Well, you guys wanted more, was it World of Subways Volume 3? They've been getting a lot, the 2 videos that I posted have been getting a lot of feedback and comments, and I'm really grateful for that. So thank you guys for watching those videos, and I'm glad that you like them. Finally, I'm going to start out to do the whole route from, I think we're going to do Edgware Road to Hammersmith that way round. We might even do it the other way round, like in the future, so you can have both ways or whatever. So yeah, we're gonna in this video for World of Subways, we're gonna be driving the Circle Line from Edgware Road all the way to Hammersmith. It might be broken up into 2 parts, I think, just so it isn't too lengthy. But anyway, yeah, loads of you like this game. It is a good game, but the developers aren't really putting too much love for it. But it's just like a game that's out there now, and it's not really getting a lot of attention to it. It's just, if you want to buy it, yeah, you buy it, and then people are having problems now that they're buying it, and the developers are slow to react to, like, say, new people that are even finding this game now. So anyway, but even like there's these missions we could do maybe possibly in the future for videos, but to be honest, I don't really like these missions. I think they're a little bad. Some of them are good, some of them are just unrealistic. Like, I'm sorry, you are never gonna find a 4-car Seesock train on the underground. I have never seen such a thing. There probably is formations of that, but you're never gonna see a 4-car Seesock train in service, because that is just, even if it was a shuttle or something, you're not going to put a 4-car train like in London. It's stupid. You need the full 6-car, well, as the Seestock is a 6-car formation train. You need the full 6-car because there's too many people. 4-car won't do it. If we were somewhere out in the country, yeah, 4 cars would be fine, but this is London we're talking about, so 4-car, I still don't know. The only line that has a 4-car is the Waterloo and City, which is only 1 stop, so what's the point of having a 6-car or 8-car or 7-car, or yeah, that's the only cars that, yeah, so yeah, that's the only line on the network that has 4 cars. Other than that, oh, and overground if you want to be technical, and even some DLRs have 2 cars, but I don't want to get, that's a whole different story. We're just talking about the tube here, the underground. Anyway, we are going to, so what did I say? We're going to do Edgware Road, Hammersmith. Rain, cloudy, let's do sunshine, because I really want something to brighten up the mood. And what time? We should do it, what's my favourite time of the day? I like 11 o'clock. 11, no, we'll do that. I like 11 o'clock. Something about 11 o'clock is a really nice time of day. I don't know why. Maybe over the holidays, that's because that's the time I wake up or something like that, or when it's in school, it's normally a break or something like that. I don't know. 11 o'clock's like the general kind of time I like during the day. So let's begin. And let's get this train set up. I honestly still wish they put the S stock in this game. That's one thing I really like. They have the D stock as AI. Why can't we drive it? You know, it's these little things that I don't know why they didn't include it, because okay, South Kensington is not Hammersmith. Okay, back to the main menu then. Right. See, already we've encountered a little problem here. So, what the hell? Edgware Road? Maybe we should just pick another time. I don't know. Let's pick somewhere during the afternoon, like 2. I don't know. I don't really care about the times and stuff like that. Let's do chance. And let's see if this will work now. Like, South Kensington? Really? How buggy is this game? Right. Okay, good. Finally, it spawned us in our correct place. So, what you normally do again in this game is when you're setting up the train, you go to the back, you set up the back with the tail lights. I like to also put the destination sign above, you know, just to be all formal and that. And still, Edgware Road's not actually accurate to the actual Edgware Road, but you know, they tried. here. Press C to sit down, and what are we doing? We're looking over here. Turn the tail lights on. Ventilation, no. Headlights, no. Dashboard lights. Destination light. There we go. So we're going to find where. Yeah, circle line via Aldgate, and when we get to Aldgate, we'll change it. I think that's cool. Right. Nice clever tip there. When you're walking out, you just like press the door so it closes when you're walking through it. So, you know, save you time from turning around and then, you know, going back to click it to close it. So, you know, just a quick little tip there. Right. Oh, and another thing which I found a little annoying with this game, just a little picky, is you see these destination boards in World of Subways Volume 2. They actually worked, and it kept the time. It actually showed you when a train was coming in. Like, say you would have like was it Rudu and Rachda Spandau, and it would actually tell you when's the next train, and when the next train comes it would flash or something, and then it would clear off when the trains actually enter the station. And I don't get why couldn't they do that in this game. Like, it's still these little things. Put the reverser 2 clicks down. There we go. Wait. Didn't really make a sound. Because normally when I put down the dead man's handle, it would make a sound saying that the engine, well, the generator's on or whatever. Odd, didn't make any sound. See, that's the ventilation. I can hear an annoying fan sound, so I don't like putting it on. As I said in my previous video, we can have the cab light on. There we go. Heating, yes, we can put it on. Passenger lights on. Let's set up the announcements. So, program to start. Select route. We are on, I do believe, is this the outer line, or I think it's inner. Yeah, I think it's inner rail. Hammersmith, last station, enter automatic announcements enabled. Or as I said in the previous video, Anne. Like, I don't know why, but I just said, oh, you know, it's the automatic Annie or something like that. Like, the actual voice person was called Annie. I don't think she's called Anne or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Anyway. Oh, and there we go.
This is Edgware Road.
There we go.
Other Circle Line services in the direction of High Street, Kensington, from platform 2, and for the District Line.
There we go. And now ready to go.
This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via Paddington.
Well done. The announcements have done it. But one thing that is good about this game is that you can walk through the trains and stuff, and it's to a standard of good detail. Yeah, actually, I'm happy with the detail in this game. It's good detail. It's not bad. Is there any train coming in? So we are cleared to go. Because once I actually I sat in this cab, I kind of let's get up the information. I kind of sat. I went in. I set up my train, and I went, and I didn't see that there was an AI train on the left. That was actually, like, it showed green. The signal in front of me here showed green, but I went, and then the train started. The AI doesn't react to what you're doing, so the AI just kept going. So I just kind of collided with the AI or something like that. Anyway, when are we supposed to leave? 39, which is in a few minutes. No, 1 minute, 2 minutes, something like that. 1 minute. I'm hoping. I'm just going to leave this door open. I'm just going to... I need to look out for this AI train, because I really don't want to be caught up in this little, like, AI mess or whatever. Because it is annoying. Like, the AI in this game, like, it's good. Like, you can jump upon... the cool feature about the AI in this game is that you can jump on the AI, you can ride around the network, which is good. That is definitely a good element. Might do a video, maybe just me just driving around the network. Just, I don't know. We'll try it some other time. But one thing that's annoying, like now when I'm starting, is when an AI starts in that platform and it goes by itself. I don't know, because I can't see it when I'm looking forward here. The only thing I have is the signal, and the signal sometimes can lie to me. The signal doesn't say, oh look, there's an AI. It only turns red when the AI is passed over there. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Close that. Let's ooh, where's my... Oh, shift. Stupid me. Okay, let's go for... This train is ready to depart. Yeah, let's go with that.
This train is ready to depart. Please stand clear of the doors.
Let's go. Yeah. Right. Just get nicely comfortable. But these trains are so basic. It's like it's kind of, they are actually really basic, because there's nothing like computerized or anything. It's literally just one dead man's handle. You just accelerate, brake, you have a reverser there, and that's it. Like, I'm sorry, that is how you drive. Well, a C-Stock. Some other trains might be a little bit complicated, but that's how you drive a C-Stock. It's so easy. And, you know, there's like, basically, for people that don't know, like in London we have like loads of tube strikes and stuff like that. And sometime, I think a few years ago, it was like the tube strikes were basically because, oh, we get long hours and whatever, and like people's like the normal public reaction is, what do tube drivers actually complain about? Because it's not like they do much. Because all they do is they sit right here what I'm doing, and they just control the lever and just control the doors opening. And even with the newer trains that have automatic driver operation, they're literally just pressing one button. So, you know,
Change here for the Bakerloo line.
oh, a cable fell on the floor. Damn that.
This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via High Street.
But yeah, so
Kensington and
the whole thing
Victoria.
about tube strikes is that, I don't know, like, some of the things I do agree. Like, I think recently when they tube strike, it was because of oh my god, what was it? Oh, it was because of I don't know, like during the Olympics they also wanted to strike, because I know, but during the Olympics was kind of a really, it was kind of like to show a point, because they were going to work massive over hours and stuff like that because of the Olympics, like where more shifts would have to be done by people. It was crazy, so I understand there. But striking during the Olympics was a little bit like, they didn't do it at the end, but they could have, and that I think would have just put such a bad image on Britain, like while the Olympics were held in Britain during 2012. But I don't know what the recent tube strikes were, because I don't know. Oh my god, it's on my top of my head. But it did affect me. Like, I don't use the tube on my daily commute to college, but I use the overground. And the thing is, when there is a tube strike, it's not like, oh yeah, I have the overground, it's gonna be fine. It means that all of London that were using the tube now are coming onto the overground. And I mean, when you have a fully packed 4-car Electrostar, it's tight, like, and it's stupid, because the overground, I don't know, since it was Thames Link before, and when it was like the 3-car class 313, the Silver Link wasn't really a route. The routes like the North London line and stuff like that, it wasn't designed for high flows of people. It was just a sensible line that some people would use from time to time. It was for some daily commuters, but it wasn't something like the tube where like mass amount of people would be going onto it. However, due to the turn of London Overground buying Silverlink, and well, the whole Silverlink kind of franchise died pretty much. But since that kind of takeover, because it's now under the TfL image, and obviously they reduced the fares, so the fares of the overground are pretty much identical to the tube. So it's actually, because before with Silverlink it was ridiculously expensive, the fares, because it was literally like a national rail kind of like ticket or whatever. So once it was London Overground, and once it was like part of the TfL kind of system branding, and once the tickets were like reduced down to the same price as the tube, more people were like, oh yeah, this is now a good option to take, because before I would never take this. And it was also not advertised. Like Silverlink wasn't like massively advertised. Like TfL loved to advertise and about their different routes and stuff like that, and the London Overground is no exception. They make loads of new jobs out of it and stuff like that, so more people are obviously going to use it. And with the free car Electrostars and the Class 313s at the time, where they were still when they were still running near to the end of their cycle,
Is Notting Hill Gate. Change the Central Line.
it was mayhem. Like once the actual system was getting more and more people on it, the free car just couldn't handle it. It was just mayhem how many people were starting to use it. And then yeah, they increased it to 4, which is good for a time. But right now, like when I'm now using it, it is packed. Like, I mean, even though it's 4 cars right now, and they said that they're going to increase it by the end of 2014 to 5 cars, which is, but well, by that time I probably won't be using it because I'll be probably off at uni. But they seriously need to hurry up with the kind of like capacity expansion, because the whole network, the whole overground network is so in rush hour, it is so oversaturated, and there's so many people. Like where I get on at Wilson Junction, which is one of the main hubs for London Overground, because it's where 3 different lines connect together on the overground network. Other hubs may be like Highbury and Islington, Gospel Oak, basically where other overground services like connect up to each other. Those kind of hubs get really busy, and it's just mayhem. And even though the layout of the Electrostar 377 is actually really good, because they've kind of taken out the like 2x2 seat and they've just put everything longitude seating arrangements like the tube to kind of maximize more space, it's still just uncomfortable. It's just it's I don't know, like traveling in rush hour is just, but most of the time, like in the morning, I'm kind of like tired from like just waking up. I just kind of black out. I kind of black out when I'm in the train. I don't really pay attention to anyone that's on it.
This is High Street, Kensington. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via Victoria and Embankment.
And then when I come back from college when I come back home, I'm kind of tired again, and I kind of just, well, actually in the evening it's not that bad, because everyone else is tired. But in the morning, when everyone is like really just like, you know, like they've just had their coffee, they're just all chatting away, and it's just kind of all like, oh, when I get to work I'm going to be late and stuff like that. So in the morning I think it's worse. Rush hour in the morning is definitely much worse than the evening. But I'm not saying that rush hour in the evening is bad, because sometimes, like, okay, basically let me tell you what I do. Sometimes after college I like to experiment and try different routes coming back home. I don't know if anyone else tries this, but I don't like going all the time on the same route. My same route is just like, oh, taking the Southwest trains and taking the overground from Richmond all the way back to Wilson Junction. Sometimes I like to spice it up a bit. I like to try different routes. I like to try different ways, just to keep it a bit more engaging, instead of like, you know, the kind of same kind of robotic way of every day doing the same route and whatever. I like to try different things. So some of the times I would maybe go to Clapham Junction and take the overground from there, or take the district line from Richmond, and, you know, just fiddle around. But one time I took the Southwest trains all the way to London Waterloo. I then, what did I do then? I then took... I wanted to take the Bakerloo line from Waterloo all the way up to Wilson Junction. But at that time when I was when I was going at Waterloo, the Bakerloo wasn't working from, I think it was from Baker Street all the way down to Elephant and Castle. So that left me that I had to go to London Euston to take the overground from London Euston on the Watford Junction branch. So I then had to, the situation was then that I had to take the Northern Line from Waterloo, because there's two Northern Line branches. I had to take one from Waterloo to, I think it was Kennington? No, I think Kennington, and then I had to take one all the way up. No, sorry, no, I'm getting my story mixed up. The Bakerloo line was running from Waterloo, I think. It was like somewhere between Charing Cross and Elephant and Castle it was working, and then the rest up north it wasn't working. So I took the Bakerloo line to Elephant and Castle, and then I took the Northern line up to Euston. One of the worst train journeys I've ever had, or tube journeys that I've ever had in my life. I warn to all of you now that if you are in London or you're coming to London, do not take the Northern Line in rush hour.
This is Gloucester Road. Change here for the District Line. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via Victoria and Embankment.
The Northern Line in rush hour is literal mayhem. I mean it in such... I loathe the Northern Line in rush hour. It is horrible. And this was I think the Bank branch, and I thought the City branch was worse. The Bank branch is just as worse. So I'm literally, because the thing about the Northern Line is that it's 6 cars. It's one of the shortest train lengths out of all of the tube lines, excluding the C stock, which is a bit taller, has more space, so it can accommodate more people. But I just opened the doors on the left. I was kind of getting confused there. So basically, the Northern Line has one of the shortest trains on the whole network. Bakerloo has 7 cars. I think the Victoria has 8 or 7. Jubilee had 6, but now has 7. The Metropolitan has 8. The District has 6, but the carriages are very, very long. What else is there? The Piccadilly has 7. So basically, your typical carriage count is 7 or 8, excluding the Waterloo and City Line, which has 4. So the Northern Line, which is one of the most busiest and most highly used tube lines on the London Underground network, only has 6, and these are 1995 stocks, not the 1996 stocks like the Jubilee, which, to be honest, I think have better acceleration and they're just a bit more comfortable, even though they're kind of the same train like the 1995, but just with a different motor. So the 1995 stock, it's just, I don't know, it's the whole kind of honeycomb shape that the 1995 stock and the 1996 stock have together. It means that it's a bit more cramped inside. They say, oh, the honeycomb shape is really nice and whatever, it's technological and whatever crap like that. No, your typical spherical shape that you have, say, on the Bakerloo, on the Victoria line. I think, the new 2009 stock has the spherical. Actually, no, it's more like it's more like a cylinder. No, it's more spherical, basically. Like, the older tube trains had spherical shapes and whatever, but the 1995 and the 1996 stock have honeycombs. So basically, they have basically the like on the whole kind of shape. There's like squedges or whatever you call them. Like, it's not fully circle. Basically, when you stand inside it, there's like little dents and like cut corners and whatever. So it kind of makes less space. And when you're on that type of train, a 6-car Victoria Northern Line train in rush hour, it is horrible because literally people try and find any bit of space. And when I was travelling on it from Elephant Castle to Euston, which I remember every day, literally I walked into the train, I couldn't go anywhere because the train was already fully packed, and I waited for 3 trains. And each train was the same, so I just said, look, I need to get onto one. So I got onto one. I was literally squished into the area, like, between the door and the buttons for the door, even though they don't work anymore. But that's literally, if you imagine that, I was just in that corner between the buttons for the door and the door, in that little corner, while there was like literally 5 people around me. And this is in a tube train. This is not in like an overland train, like the Overground or something like that, or like a Southwest Trains or any kind of overland train. This is in a Northern Line 1995 stuck train in rush hour. It was horrible, and I couldn't move. Literally, I couldn't even move my finger. That's how bad it was, and I'm not even exaggerating. And literally every time we got to a station, it was horrible. It was like the door would open, I would just pray that I wouldn't get pushed out. But anyway, enough of that. I kind of went on a little too. And another thing with this game, what the hell? 4 cars on a D stock, really? It's 5. Like, I don't know. Like, I think TML was smoking weed when they made this game. But anyway, enough of me bambling on. I think I did ramble on a little bit too much with that kind of story. I need to work on my kind of constructing my kind of speeches and stuff like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed that little story. But I don't know, rush hour is an interesting thing, so I'll leave it at that. So in the game we're at, where are we at? We're at Sloane Square. We're on time, 30 seconds to spare. We can just leave now, it'll be fine. And look at this AI. This is kind of realistic. In London, you do get the kind of build-up of trains behind each other, and like you can get trains literally waiting behind each other. So that's not actually, that's actually correct in some senses. With the Victoria line, which is actually quite funny, is that because it's automated, it's all automatic train operation, and the literal speed that these trains go up is phenomenal, and the acceleration, the way it enters a station and then it somehow brakes within the distance is incredible, because it's all computerized. The computer can just fly into the station at full speed but manage to brake the train in time before the end, which is incredible. And what was I talking about?
Next station is Victoria. Change for the Victoria Line, National Rail Services, and the Victoria Coach Station.
I always feel bad. The reason why I'm stopping through my speeches and stuff like that is because I don't. Oh wow. Okay, we exceeded it a little bit. Anyway, the reason why I stopped talking is because I want you guys to listen to the announcements and stuff like that, but I don't know if you guys mind that I'm talking over the announcements. I sometimes like to just let you listen to the announcements if you want to. But anyway, as I was saying, with the Victoria line, because it's all automotive, literally you would have a train exit the station, and then one train would just come in. Like literally, the last carriage of the train that left the station would be just exiting out, and then you would have another train coming in at full speed. That's how automatic train operation works. You can have literally stacks of trains behind each other, and nothing would crash or whatever into each other, because it's all just computerized. And the thing is, like, I think in New York or like in America with their metro systems, is that they have to have a kind of, I think, a block, a metro station gap. Like you need to have at least one station in between each train, or one block or whatever. Like, you know how Americans say it, or like a block down the avenue. I don't know. I don't want to talk American. I don't want to get into that mood. I don't want to be criticized by Americans. Be like, no, that's not how we say it, yo. I don't know. I'm British. I talk British, and that's how I'll always be. Unless I go and live in America and then I turn into an American, which is possible. But yeah, in America.
We ain't never giving up, cause we ain't born for that. Gotta catch us fast to do. Fast to do. The ship is cruising, it's true.